Hello, welcome back to the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we lost our first league game of the season at home to the Stretford Enders, which allowed them to cut the gap between us to just 2 points. In this episode we're playing the Cup. However, our opponents are considerably very strong side. Ecological CP, the Portuguese side, Division 1B. They're just one rung off the top flight, so as you can see they're going to be a very difficult task. 130 million econ rated score, but an average age of 27. As you'll see at the moment, they are very balanced in midfield. Ecological CP have a lot of players called Patrick in their team, presumably all youth academy products. I don't know why, but there we go. Anyway, most importantly, they have 6 15-bar midfield players, so that provides considerable strength and depth for their midfield. It means not only do they have a midfield whereby they can choose anyone as playmaker and have them all nearly be as effective, they can also bench anyone who they think will going to mark. So that's going to make things very difficult against us. Considering they're playing Division 1, it just means they're pretty decent as well. If you compare it to our side, then it's not really much of a contest really, considering that all their midfielders outskill our best midfielders, Roma and Hargreaves. And on top of that, we have our best striker, Celso Mota, suspended for this game after he picked up his third booking against Stretford Enders. Fortunately, it's only a cup game which shouldn't do too much damage to the league campaign, but even so, Aqua Santa Maria is still carrying a slight injury after his recent layoff. He'll be back in the game, which is a bit of a boost to be honest, because otherwise we'd be a bit too short in personnel and probably have to play Reginald Lacey up front again. But due to the increased interest of Reginald Lacey from Shark United, we're going to be resting him due to an unfit state of mind. Think of like Sido Berahino at West Brom throughout this current season in real life. Ecologicals line up in a 3-5-2 formation with Tono Lopez in goal. A back four of Jamie Long, Patrick Moser and Patrick Contrao. Midfield of Kenny Elding, Patrick Rui Costa, Stefan Finger, Criterio de Salazar and Alexander Estevez. Front two of Anga Manado and Marcelino Neves. Benches Patrick Paolo, Patrick Baresi, Patrick Moser, Felipe Asono and Patrick Coutinho. Have I said the word Patrick enough yet? Knights line up in a 4-5-1 formation with Ant Connolly in goal. Back four of Pim van der Kruis, Ibrahim Qamara, Ledley King and Aquila Santa Maria. Midfield of Pierre Of Hesslink, Y Jr, Ray Tataw Eta, Alvito Roma and Raymond Hargreaves. And up front, defender Devin Reilly, playing a position that he played often alongside Celso Mota last season as a striker and proved to be very effective there. Ryan Mulligan, Azrat Zari and Reginald Lacey as the bench. So without further ado, let's go live to the Xpert Arena for this cup match. And so as we prepare to start this match, Ecological's captain is Alexander Estevez for the match, and Knights will be lining up in the red and yellow strip, with Ecologicals in the orange strip. The referee for this match is Hugh Kango, which is all we know is a very slowly skilled referee. Bottom right hand corner of the screen, you can see some of the other cup ties as things start to get a bit more serious, with only a few rounds to go until we reach the last 16. So yeah, we are getting pretty close once again. This is near enough the same amount of length as our last cup run last season, but we have a very difficult challenge as we're on the way. 5 minutes played, and Ecologicals have already started dominating possession. They got their first chance with Stefan Finger, and they scored! Stefan Finger has given Ecological CP the lead. Well, that didn't take long at all. Ecologicals are 1-0 up against Knights. We've got a card here. And that's Marcelino Neves with a yellow card for shirt pulling for Ecological CP. So, as things stand, the Portuguese side are 1-0 up and they've got another chance with Patrick Rui Costa. Skims over the crossbar. Patrick Rui Costa for Ecological CP has already taken the game to them, but we've got a bit of possession on there. We've got a chance by Anga Manado and it's 2-0. I think that's going to be it then. Ecologicals are just too strong for us and Knights are set to go out of the Ultimate League Cup. 35 minutes played and it's currently 2-0, but Knights have a chance here. On the breakaway, as Aquila Santa Maria tries to lob the ball over the keeper and skim it over the crossbar. Santa Maria not doing really enough to challenge the goalkeeper Tony Lopez at the Ecologicals goal. Coming towards the end of the first half, and Ecologicals have another chance to make it out of sight. Is Marcelino Neves, and nowhere near the goal. They could put the game to bed there and seal Ecologicals' position to the 7th round of the cup. But that is the end of the first half, and it's just very comfortable for the Portuguese side against the Division 3 opponents, which are us. So a team 2 divisions higher than us. Last season it was SC Bananas, again who are 2 divisions higher than us, proving too strong for us in the cup. And once again, opponents who are just that bit more better than us have proven to be too strong in this first half. They still know half of football, of course, and you can never know what happened, but given how the game's panned out so far, you would have to say that Ecologicos are very on top and would be favourites to progress. But Knights have a chance here. We've got a penalty! Knights have a penalty in the 2 minutes after the second half has begun, as taken by Pim van der Kruis, and he scores! Pim van der Kruis has given Knights a lifeline in this cup tie, and maybe we aren't dead and buried after all. 49 minutes played, Knights have a free kick. All of a sudden the momentum is shifting. Free kick straight goal by Pierre Of Hesslink, and it's smashing the post. Well, I don't sure if that would have troubled Tony Lopez a lot, but you've got a chance for the Ecologicos, and they've scored. Kenny Elding has made it 3-1 to the Portuguese side, and once again Ecologicos have a 2-goal cushion. So things are going well there. We've got some other matches going on there. That Division 1 Shark United are drawing against the Division 2 side, which is a pretty big clash when you think about it. Kenny Elding has been slightly injured. And they're going to replace him with Felipe Osono, which isn't really much of a change because it's also a 15-bar player for a 15-bar player. The luxury of having 6 15-bar midfielders, I guess. They're making some substitutions here as some of the youngsters come on. Patrick Contrar on for Angel Bernardo. So the goal scorer Angel Bernardo earlier is coming off. And next time another chance here of Ray Tataw Eta. Oh, hello, what is this? Game on! Ecological space and substitutions, and Knights have pounced and scored again. 3-2, the gap's just down to 1 goal now. Ray Tataw Eta. Now, can Knights take this extra time? It's why do you know it's Devin Reilly. It's the right post. Now 93 minutes played, and Knights have one last chance. Why do you know a precise header and goal? Just over the crossbar. And that might be it. And Knights' adventure in the Ultimate League Cup for another season has come to an end. We were just too weak for Ecologicals to handle, and unfortunately the team seems to be in a bit of a bad state of form after that Stretford Enders game. So that is our 2nd defeat in a row in all competitions this season, after previously going the entire season without losing a single game in competitions, league or cup. It had to be put a good run together, but now we need to go back together because there is a very important match against Kruger in the league next, and we pretty much must win it or hope that the Stretford Enders game goes our way, because otherwise we're going to be in deep trouble come the league campaign. Pim van der Kruis our man of the match, and Alexander Estevez was their man of the match. So after that cup defeat, well, what could we have done wrong? Did we do anything wrong? Well, to be fair, I'll give them they say that Ecologicals did more right than we did wrong, really. So they have pretty much countered us on what we were intending to do and read us well, to be honest. It shows that we have a bit of a long way to go, but well played Ecologicos. They benched the guy we were going to mark, and as a result we weren't marking anyone. They were able to control the game and win with ease. So yeah, that was pretty much what we really needed to do. But credit to him, he's sealed progression to the next round, taken advantage of some of our poor form. Although, to be fair, we did give it a good go towards the end and made them something to think about. We could have taken to extra time. Unfortunately, that was not to be the case. But that is the cup over for another season. And the good news is now we only have 1 game a week. So not only will it be easier for me video editing, but it will also mean that we will be able to keep our form a lot better for the rest of the season, which should help a lot during the run-in. Time to see if we can get this team promoted to Division 2 this season. Team of the week is Ecological Cronholm of Glorious Bastards in goal. Back 4 of Hubert Cloyson, Shark United. Candido Amor, George Best 11. Simone Barroso, Glorious Bastards. And Cesar Velaka, Glorious Bastards. A midfield of Armand Flatcher's Glorious Bastards. Polika Hardau, Glorious Bastards. Cuthbert Nugent, George Best 11. And Ross Parker, Glorious Bastards. Front 2 of Eurico Belanza, George Best 11. And Runa Bjorkic, House of Stark. Right. So I'd say we're out of the cup. Now is good time to check on how well our DV is doing this season. And to be honest, this is going pretty well actually. Ant Connolly on a solid 17 DV, which should ensure he continues his progression of bar a season and maybe even get to 15 bars by the time he hits 27 at this rate. Who knows? Celso Mota, unfortunately another disappointing DV from him. I just never seem to be able to get good DV on strikers in this game. Azrat Zairi, however, is on 18 DV, and that is very good because I'm pretty sure that if he stays on that value, he will double jump. Sadly, Aquila Santamaria and Pierre Of Hesslink have had disappointing DV seasons after injuries and suspensions have disrupted. So Santamaria will probably go up this season, but it might be a struggle to get him to 15 bars by the time he turns 28, which is a real problem, to be honest. I guess that's the disadvantage of having low funds. Raymond Hargreaves, however, did have a good DV so far. He's on 15. He should go up this season, which should be very helpful indeed. Veterans Ledley King and YG haven't got great DV at all, although they may be coming to the stage where they're starting to phase them out in favour of Devin Reilly and Azrat Zairi becoming starters for the team. Anyway, that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll be taking on Kruger FC away from home. That's going to be a very difficult game indeed, especially when Kruger have got themselves into very good average form once again. So, see you in the next episode where we face a very important game in the league season. Can we put aside our recent defeats and get back on track with a league win against Kruger, or will we falter again and make it a wide open title race? Find out next time.